Alright, what's going on everybody? So it's been a little while since I picked up my microphone and decided to record a video. Now this is mostly because of the big elephant in the room. My old YouTube channel actually got hacked, and the person who hacked it decided to change all my passwords and all my security questions and my phone numbers. So it's been really hard to try to get that old account back, even though obviously if it was under my control, I would definitely get that account back and be posting on that instead. But unfortunately, right now, it's under development, I guess you could say, to try to get it back with YouTube, because it's becoming a battle of trying to prove to YouTube that I actually am the owner of that account, since the person decided to change everything on me, which is really unfortunate. It's just one of those situations where you just kind of have to roll with the punches and keep going, which has pretty much always been my motto when it comes to YouTube. I mean, I'm on my, third YouTube channel at this point, and if I get my old YouTube channel back, obviously I'm going to start posting on that as well. But it's been a while since I've recorded a video, and it's kind of become a normal part of my life, and I feel like a lot of people have been looking forward to me making another YouTube video. Now that being said, I'm going to do an actual update video probably pretty soon on this YouTube channel, explaining kind of what's going on moving forward, kind of the content I want to make. I kind of talked about it a little bit on my Discord. If you guys want to join the Discord, the link will be in the description down below. And in that little conversation, I basically said how I want to do like longer formed content, more editing. You know, I'm obviously not going to be uploading as often, but it's just something that I've been kind of like looking forward to, I guess. But you know, besides that, obviously this video is going to be a little bit different than what I'm talking about, because I think the best way to kick off this YouTube channel is by doing what I'm good at, which is making fun of EDP. And today's specialty will be his Twitter account. You know, even though I haven't been really covering EDP in the last month or 2 months or whatever, I have been keeping an eye on his Twitter, and he keeps saying the most stupid, outlandish, dumbest things I think I've seen in quite some time, and I think it would make for a pretty entertaining video. Now, without further ado, let's actually get into this YouTube video. Now, as you guys know, EDP is no longer on YouTube. He got banned quite a long time ago. Now, he is still active on Instagram, even though all he really posts is like these really creepy thirst traps. For whatever reason, like, take Unk's phone away. Like, why is he posting this shit on Instagram? Also, he has a Cameo now, which I guess is where he's making a majority of his money. Now, I covered that all on my old previous YouTube channel. But a big thing I don't really talk about is his Twitter account, and that's kind of where the gold mine is. This guy says the most dumbest shit, like I said previously. Now, if you go to his Twitter, it literally is called Pastrami Fries. If you guys know the lore of that, it's pretty funny.
Can I have a large order of your chili cheese fries with pastrami, please?
Pastrami chili cheese fries?
Yes.
Anything else?
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
But his main name is just Edp445, because of course, you know, that's kind of always been his name, Mr. Pussy over here. And the banner is what is kind of the first cringe thing. So it says, "Oh my god, I love farting, just fucking annihilating this room. I'm fucking this bitch up." You know, one of those infamous EDP quotes. It's actually crazy how I ever thought like this guy was funny. I used to be a fan of EDP back in the day, but obviously I grew up and he is stuck in his childhood apparently, you know, making these fart jokes, which is kind of a big thing for him at this point. But the first thing we're going to look at is what I thought was just ironic. Say what you want about EDP throughout life. One of the biggest things is I've always said is the guy is just full of irony. He says, "Do whatever makes you happy in life and screw everyone else." Which you guys know where I'm getting with this. All right, I'm not beating around the bush. You did what you wanted to do in life, and it ended up fucking you over. All right, you wanted to meet up with a 13-year-old girl. You said fuck everybody else, fuck that child's parents, like literally, and you decide to go meet up with them. All right, and it completely destroyed your life. So maybe not the best motto to live by. Obviously, in a realistic nature, yeah, do what you want, right? Do what makes you happy. But obviously don't break the law and don't do stuff that's going to hurt others. So you can imagine the comments are just people saying like, yeah, don't want nobody to stop you from eating a cupcake though. So in your case, it means touching kids. You know, and that's the thing about EDP. I always hear people saying like, oh, leave EDP alone. You know, he got his comeuppance, right? It's over for him already. But things though, aside from him getting like public pressure, he never really had to deal with much consequences. Like, he's not in jail or anything, so it's kind of funny to see people still remind him of what he did. And yeah, you could say, oh well, 4 years passed or whatever, however long it's been. I don't think there's like a statute of limitation when it comes to diddling kids. I think that genuinely should stick with you for a while, especially since EDP has never actually went to go get help or tried to correct his mistakes. He's been kind of like avoiding it forever, and anytime it gets brought up, he just kind of like passes over it or makes it everyone else's fault. Now we're going to move on to the next one that I thought was really funny, where it says, I hate when I'm trying to send an audio message and some bitch parks next to me blaring loud ass music. Now we all know EDP loves sending his audio messages and his video recordings. Like for this one, for instance, from Kayla, who was 15 at the time, where he sent her this message.
But I'm telling you right now, if you fuck me over, if this shit goes wrong in any fucking way, shape, or form,
Give your soul to the Lord. Because your ass belongs to me.
And then we also can't forget him talking about the Hawk Tua girl and shit like that.
She goes, oh yeah, you gotta give him that hot Tua and spit on that thing, you get me? That shit was funny when I saw it.
You know, like I said, he is an unk at this point. He's all about that video recording and audio message. You know, he's a classic romantic type when it comes to these girls, right? He loves sending those crispy voice messages. Yeah, it's just, again, it's so funny seeing these Twitter posts as if he is completely innocent, and he's just like, yeah, don't you guys hate when you're trying to send an audio recording to like a 12-year-old girl and some dumbass hoe just parks up next to you and just starts blasting fucking Kendrick Lamar? Oh god, it's the worst. It's like, is this guy not somewhat self-aware of anything he does? So we move on to the next one where he says, hey there, cutie. Oh my god, don't call me that. It's corny and cringy. Okay, good morning, you ugly-ass busted can of biscuits. There's EDP, you know, saying how much of a smooth talker he is and a gentleman, and also saying how if the girl doesn't appreciate his compliments, he's going to go ahead and just rant her out. When we know the kind of gentleman EDP is, now I'm going to kind of dive into a little bit of an archive here. Let's see some of the messages he sent a 13-year-old girl, well, aka Chet Goldstein, but he didn't know that, where he said, well, if you keep being mean to me, I'll be forced to punish you, lol. And you have to guess, I'm going to get you out of your shy and comfort zone. Now, I know you guys are already cringing. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm going to put it in the title, so I apologize. You guys know what you're signing up for. But we move on to something even better, where he says, oh, babe, listen, I know your body is growing and you're starting to develop. That's why I agreed to this. I want to be your first little cute ass. And I'm sorry, guys, but I just had to prove that. EDP is a gentleman through and through, all right? And if you disagree, you're wrong, okay? He knows how to rizz up the 12, 13-year-olds. Move on to a tweet that he probably thought sounded really cool in his head, where he says, if you're a female, don't ever in your life put your hands on me in a threatening way, because I'm not like these pussy-ass sissy fucking men who will just turn a blind eye and act like it's okay. I'm grabbing you by the hair and repeatedly punching you in your fucking face. Yeah, there's definitely nothing wrong with this man. He's definitely not delusional or crazy by making up these bullshit scenarios and him being like, yeah, actually, these arms are non-binary. They go for everybody, right? It's like, shut the fuck up, all right? First of all, no girls are putting their hands on you in general, okay? Let alone in a threatening way. To tell you, this post just screams insecurity. All right, I like genuinely, I cringed so hard reading that for the first time. All right, I remember waking up yesterday morning, opening up my Twitter feed, and seeing that, like, that's the first thing I saw from EDP. And I was just like, yeah, my day is officially ruined. However, I'm going to make a video out of this, so fuck it. To the last tweet I want to go over, where he says, that's all I do is beat my shit outside of work. Can't get a girlfriend because of the dating scene is fucked, so you go with the next best option. Again, EDP blaming the dating scene. It has nothing to do with him. It's the dating scene that's fucked. God damn, why is Predator Singles not accepting new applicants? He doesn't even try. His dating scene is literally him just going on to like OnlyFans and hitting up random chicks, or for instance, dating an AI bot. Okay, so he really doesn't have anything to say here, like, oh, the dating scene's fucked, as if it's not you who is the problem. Obviously, it's going to be hard for you to get a girlfriend since you have an online reputation now. You know, you're not the 2 million subscribed YouTube channel that always talked about shit and everyone loved anymore. You're the 2 million failed YouTube channel who got caught in a sting operation. So yeah, that might be a little bit harder to put on your, you know, LinkedIn profile or whatever, or your, what's that one gay one, Grindr, I think. We keep going on. I mean, I can make this video like a half hour long just going over the really cringe Twitter posts, but I decided to make this video kind of shorter and just a quick introduction to my YouTube channel. You know, for those of you who haven't seen my YouTube content or anything, I'll probably link my previous YouTube channel in the comments down below as well. And obviously, if you guys like this video, leave a like, subscribe. I'm going to be trying to build this YouTube channel up as well. And if I decide to somehow figure out my other YouTube channel and get it up and going, I'll probably go back over there to post content. But as for now, this is going to be the main channel I'm going to be posting on. But yeah, as always guys, I'll see you in the next YouTube video.